What's up, fans and freaks? I am that hippie, and here's the real lowdown. Alright? I know I said I'd get back into gaming things soon, but as I said in my last little update, little video, that my computer is out of whack. Legit. So, I'm currently writing up a top 10, which should be out, hoping Wednesday, hopefully. But in the meantime, I thought I'd answer some kind of goofy questions that I never really put into any of my other questions. There's only about 3 or 4, but I've got them pretty well memorized, and I know exactly the answers. I didn't really feel like they'd fit in the other questions videos, which had some serious things in them, and then a lot of goofy ones, but these just didn't make it. So, yay! I have some kind of video. Man, I suck at this. But the first question was, how do I keep my bandanas looking so fresh and killer? And the secret is I wear them in the bathtub when I'm taking a bath. I shower them with me and lather them in the greatest of shampoos. Don't actually do that, you'll destroy your bandanas. No, I wash them regularly with my clothes. I throw them in with my clothes whenever they need washed, and boom, bada bing, bada bam. A little bit of fabric softener never hurt nothing. And that's what keeps my bandanas looking fresh and pimpin'. Though, they don't really look fresh or pimpin'. I don't know what this guy was trying to get on about. But, next. The next question was, and this is the one that didn't make it, was, what was your very first Dungeons & Dragons character? My very first Dungeons & Dragons character was a Wood Elf Ranger named Aegal. And his backstory was, he was 125 years old, and he had been training nonstop every day since the day he turned 25 so that he could become the world's greatest adventurer. So for 100 years, every single day, that's 365 days times 100, he trained every day. So I'm going to say roughly, elves only need about 4 hours of sleep, so 20 hours every day. This is at max, 20 hours every day, time, so that would double 365. That would be, wow, this is a really big number. Total will come out to 730 000. So 730,000 hours. God, it's a big number. Woo! I did that in my head. That was hard. Why is basic math so hard for me? Another question. I know I didn't finish my Dungeons & Dragons, but you all don't want to hear about Dungeons & Dragons. And if you do, let me know and I'll do a video talking completely about Dungeons & Dragons because I can go on for hours on that subject. But the next video was, would you please get your initials shaved into the side of your head now that your hair is cut? And the answer to that simply is no. I would never shave the initials into the side of my head because my initials are dumb. JLD. Stupid. No. I would never get that shaved into the side of my head. Plus, I would never really shave anything into the side of my head, any patterns or anything like that, because I got scars on my head. No, I don't feel comfortable having my scars in my head area shown to the. I don't care about the ones on my arm or even the ones on my back and my ribs area, because I mean everyone knows where those come from, but no one really knows where the ones on my head came from. They all assume like my parents beat me when I was little. No, I got hit by a truck in the 6th grade and it hurt a lot. Getting hit by a truck hurts. Newsflash. And the fourth question was, could you please sing a song for all of us? And again, I'm going to say no. I've already answered this one when I sang the word something really loud and obnoxiously with a vibrato it wasn't really my falsetto. It was almost like a throat voice level. But I'm not really a singer. I don't know how to properly sing. I was never in choir or anything like that for a long time. I'm good at singing, but I'm not a singer. So I would never actually sing on my channel unless I made a band. And if I made a band, then like this would be where the music for the band would be uploaded to the internet for the world to get. Would be on my channel because I'm the only one of my friends that has a YouTube channel aside from Rory, which man, his channel's weird. If you don't know who Rory is, he's the Ginger Geekist here on YouTube. He and I also do videos together on the Nerd Collective. Yes, I know I spelled collective wrong. It's collective. I did that on purpose to try and sneak the word geek in there, and it did not work. But it stuck, so deal with it. It's collective. I know I spelled it wrong. I'm not dumb. I did it on purpose. It's just the reason why I did it didn't work, so blame. Sue me. So that's all the questions I have. And recently someone messaged me with a thing stating that since I can't have my background music on for my phone videos, I should just have something playing in the background, like video game music on my TV. And it's a great idea, but the issue with that is if I'm not making a video of relevancy to the music playing in the background, I can get a copyright strike because the music, relevancy of a video to the music being played in the video falls under fair use. And fair use being if I make a video on Kingdom Hearts, of me playing Kingdom Hearts, or of me talking about Kingdom Hearts, then I could play Kingdom Hearts music in the background as long as it's not, like, I couldn't play, like, Sanctuary or Simple and Clean because those aren't Kingdom Hearts songs. Those belong to the artist that made them. But, like, the Traverse Town song, I could be playing in the background if I was talking about Kingdom Hearts because that falls under fair use. Because the content of my video speak of Kingdom Hearts. Under fair use, I could use Kingdom Hearts property music. So that would only really work if I'm making a video based on the game which music I'm using in the background. I mean, I do have the CD that has all the songs that I use for my background music in my room, and I could play it through my Xbox on my TV, but the sound quality for that would be atrocious on my phone, because where I have my phone sitting, in case you don't know, let me show you where my phone is sitting. On my TV, it's sitting on here, on top of my wall, on this, in front of my TV, and here's the speakers for my TV. That'd be horrible. Horrifying. The sound quality of that would deafen anyone trying to listen to this. You'd be hearing, even if I put on like 3, you'd hear like static, some noise, and my voice. And that's just no. So you're just going to be hearing my voice, what little of it you can hear, and my obnoxious little fan that's down there underneath my my table, which is a real nice table. It's a very nice table. It's very sturdy. But yeah, that's the issue with having music in the background currently. And I apologize, because a lot of people really liked my music that I'd play in the background. Everyone really liked it, and I like the guys that made it. They're called Reincarnate the Reason. The main guitarist, Andy, is the fiance to a friend of my sister's. And if you don't know this story, I'm sorry, you haven't been around that long. I actually auditioned to be the vocalist for the band when their vocalist left, but it didn't work out, and here I am, and I'm still here. If I had become the vocalist for that band, I would have been promoting them, giving like updates on the progress. You would have seen videos in there with some of the other guys in there. They were all significantly older than I am, but that doesn't really matter because most of my friends are older than me or younger than me by quite a large chunk. I hardly have any friends that are actually around my age. For a very good reason that I don't feel like going into because it's kind of dark. And I don't want to make this video dark. I want to keep it kind of lighthearted. Because I've been having a really good day. I mean, aside from hurting myself with playing baseball with my family. But that's just because, ow. Yeah, sports are difficult for me. I never really played anything but football and wrestling. So trying to play baseball with my mother and brother who both play baseball, or my mom who played baseball and my brother who plays baseball, is a pain in the ass. It's so hard. And my little brother wants to keep trying to correct me, saying to move your feet, move your feet. And I'm running all over the field, everywhere after this ball. And he's like, move your feet, move your feet. I'm like, I am. But he doesn't register that I'm not a baseball player. I'm a wrestler. I'm a wrestler. I'm not a baseball player. And I wasn't the greatest wrestler back in my wrestling days, but I was pretty damn good. Consistent silver. I actually got a gold medal and almost got a gold medal in another time. I actually won first place in the tournament, and this is funny to me. I think it's hilarious. I got first place, right? I went up to go get my medal. Me and my dad, who was an assistant coach for that year. But we went up there. We went to go get my medal. And we got my medal. And I stood up there and I got a picture with the second place and the third place guy. Because that's what the youth wrestling league here in Missouri did. But, okay, so we did that. And we go and leave. And I leave and I go home with my parents. And once we get home, I realized the medal they gave me wasn't gold, but bronze. They gave my weight class for 12 and under 2 bronze medals. I ended up getting a bronze medal, and then the third place got a bronze medal. I thought it was funny, even back then. I still think it's hilarious. My coach was furious. Coach Jeremy lit in to the people in charge of that tournament. It was amazing. I still have the bronze medal. It's in my closet. I would get it and show you guys, but it was hilarious. I didn't hear all of the phone call, but I caught it. And it went. So this was what the segment of I heard was, "How dare you send this kid home with a bronze medal? He's been busting his ass off for years to get a gold, and you pull this stunt." And that's all I heard because I was leaving. Because that was after practice when I told Coach Jeremy that I had ended up getting a bronze medal instead of a gold medal, and I brought it in and showed him that the Boonville medal I had been given and brought home with me was bronze and not gold. And at that point, because practice was over, and he decided to call the Boonville. I don't think it was the Boonville coach. It was the Boonville activities director, or something like that. But that's the part that I heard of that phone call, and I'm imagining it went downhill from there. And to this day, I still find that absolutely hilarious. And what's even funnier is, well, it's not really funny, but in 8th grade, I got hurt in my second to last match. I had won all my matches in this tournament up to that point, and it was a round robin. So if you got beat twice, you went home. You were done. But so wait, no, it wasn't a round robin. It was a bracket style. But if you got beat twice, you were done. And I had been winning each of my matches consistently, but I got hurt in my second to last because the kid had me in an illegal hold. And for those of you who don't know, in a hold in wrestling, at least in the youth division, and I'm pretty sure all the way up till college, to have a hold around the neck, you have to have one arm in the way. So like this. If his arm was from here, reaching across my neck, this is legal. This is what he had. His arm was here, wrapped around here, and my arms were like this, trying to push myself up, because I was down on the mat. And my coach is yelling at the ref, his coach is yelling at the ref, my two kids from my hometown on my team were screaming at the ref. The ref did not notice. His head was right here, pressing against mine, pushing my neck down into his elbow. And this is what I did. And I did it wrong, which is why I injured myself. I reached up, I put all my weight on my right arm, reached up with my left arm, grabbed the back of his neck right here, and I pulled. And when I pulled, I twisted. And I flung his whole body over me. All of it. Slammed him down on the mat hard. Kept my hand on the back of his neck, whipped around and pinned him. I actually pinned that match. But I ended up making a minor tear from here to here. It wasn't anything major, but the on-hand medical professional guy, the nurse, doctor. I'm not sure what he was, but he was a medical profession. He was somewhere in the medical professional field. Advised that I should not compete in my next match, but I was going for gold, and I almost had it. But I came home with silver because I was trying to take it easy on my right arm, and the kid I was going against noticed that and abused the fuck out of my right arm. And I'm not sure what he did, but he did something to my left shoulder. And to this day, I still don't have the full capability of using my left arm, the way I used to. Because I used to be ambidextrous. And after that, I was right-hand dominant because my left arm had been injured severely. And now I'm back to being ambidextrous because I've worked non-stop to get that back. So that's not really that funny. But all throughout high school, because that happened in 8th grade, all throughout high school, I decided to stop sports completely. I was done with football and I was done with wrestling, and I was focusing on my music and my theater, which are the two things that I found the most enjoyment in, absolutely. It was music and theater. It was amazing. I loved it. I wish I had my own cello. I would play it every single day because I love the cello. I love my music. I just love it. And if I could, I would volunteer every last bonus hour I had to the Lyceum Theater in Arrowhead because I love theater. I love being on stage. I love being behind stage. I love being in the booth. I love running theater. It's amazing. Theater is awesome. Any one of you kids watching out there that are in high school, I severely advise you at least go and try to be a part of the theater, either on stage, behind stage, or in the booth. Do it. It's the most fun you'll ever have. You'll meet some of the best people. You'll create friendships that will last lifetimes. It's awesome. You get to see people at their best, but you also get to see people at their worst in theater. Theater brings out the two extremes. Absolute happiness and absolute rage. But you gotta learn how to handle that. Because actors are nuts. We are. We're fucking crazy. And we've all got baggage. All of us. But you get to meet some of the most amazing people in theater. And it's awesome. And I love it. And that's what I was focusing on all through high school. From freshman year to senior year, I was a part of every single play. I wasn't always on stage, but I did something important every year. And every year, freshman to senior, I was a key important component to my orchestra. I was third chair cello for my junior and senior year, only because I didn't want first chair, because that's way too much pressure, would require me to take solos that I didn't want to. Besides, the fourth chair needed my help improving his own sound. So I stayed back to help him improve, and he does marvelous now. Even without me there to help him out, he was still one of the better sounding cellos last year. I believe he's graduated already, but he was a good kid. I liked him. It was awesome. I actually received recognition by my orchestra director my senior year that the first chair cello didn't, and she was pissed. It was funny. But every year, my friend Kanan would always try to convince me to wrestle that year. It's only this year, you're going to do this year, we need this, we need, come on, we need you, you're good, you're great, you're amazing, you can make it, you can get gold this time. And every time I would just tell him, no, I'm too busy, I have too much to do, I can't. And the only years those words were true were my junior and senior, when I was actually busy the entire year round, including the winter where wrestling takes place. I was in Skillsusa my junior and senior year, and goddamn does that take a lot of time. From fall to spring, you are non-stop busy, and if you made it to nationals in Skillsusa, you are busy for the fucking summer too. You have no life in Skillsusa. You dedicate yourself to that program 100%. And it was amazing. It was stressful as all hell, and it made my beard turn white while I was in senior year. Yeah, imagine all this, but white. That's what I had my senior year because the stress was getting to me, but it was so worth it. It was so rewarding, and I wouldn't take it back for the world. Except my junior year, Skillsusa's Nationals in Kansas City, Missouri. I was 16 at the time. And we were at a concert thing that Skillsusa was sponsoring at the Power and Light District in Kansas City, Missouri. If you don't know what the Power and Light District is, it's this part of Kansas City. It's almost downtown. It's kind of a little thing in between all these buildings. Only when you're below 21, you can't step foot in any of the buildings because they're all bars. Brilliant place to put us all. Okay, so the music's going, and it's just like sets of bands up and coming from in the Kansas City area, but they're all doing like cover songs, not their own original works. And some of the covers were okay, and then some were atrocious. Motherfucker forgot the words to Journey. Don't Stop Believin'. Forgot the words. And tried to play it off by holding the mic out to the crowd. I may not be a singer, but you never stop, pause, and do this. Ever. If you don't remember the words going into it, you start singing, you hold it, and then you do this. You hammer it out there. You don't do one of these with a pleading look on your face. Because then the crowd knows. And I know how to play a crowd. I made everyone believe I enjoyed being at school every damn day, and I didn't. You own it. You sing, whoa. And then when you get to a part you do know, you take the mic back and start singing with attitude. Always with attitude. When you are on stage, you let all fear disappear. Whether it be for music, theater, speech, whatever. You bring out your most bold and daring persona, and you let that take the forefront, and that only. You forget everything else, any form of fear, any form of doubt. You kick that shit out the window. And you just do it. If something feels right in the moment when you're on stage, whether it be acting or singing, you do it. Because nothing is better than a spontaneous act while on stage. Some of my best times on stage, some of my best moments as an actor were all spontaneous in the moments, spouts of insanity. Mostly because almost all my lines when I was on stage were ad-lib, because the script didn't actually involve my character. My director just wanted some extra people in the band for that story, because this play involved a band. And she added a lot of members to that band. We were a punk metal band from Britain, and I was a cellist in a punk metal band from Britain, and I can't do a British accent, so I did an Irish one, and it was good enough, apparently. But I'm getting off subject. So we're in the Power and Light District, and this cover band is on, and they're currently doing a rock and roll version of Call Me Maybe, and it doesn't sound terrible. Out of nowhere, a girl from Arkansas hops down in my lap, and I'm not talking like on my thigh, no, I'm talking straight junk. Her booty cheeks were on my junk, and she starts grinding like this on my junk. A girl I didn't know. And I have issues with people touching me that I do know. And this is how I reacted. And this is what my team, because I was on a team event, saw. I grabbed her on the shoulder and the hip. I pushed her aside. I said, get the fuck off me. I don't know you. I don't care. You don't touch me. And her friends started freaking out. And I said, listen. And at this point, I had everyone staring at me. I don't like people touching me at all. Even people I know, pointing at my team, I don't let them touch me. Because in case you haven't noticed, and I lifted up my shirt at this point, and I showed them the 3 scars. You can't really see them on camera, but I have a scar here, here, and here. I showed them that, and I said, people have never always been that kind to me, so I don't let people touch me. And she immediately felt sorry, started apologizing. The whole crowd is now ignoring us. And I said, it's not your fault. You didn't know any better. But next time, if you want to try and get a guy's attention, don't start randomly grinding on them. Walk up and start a polite conversation with them, because they might not be interested in you. There are some guys who just aren't interested in having a relationship. I am one of them. I'm not interested right now. I am single and I am straight, but I'm just not interested in a relationship because my last one went south, something horrible. And back then, I wasn't interested in a relationship because I didn't care. I focused on what I wanted to focus on, and girls at the time just didn't make the cut. I was too busy focusing on everything else. I just didn't have time for a romantic life in high school. And even if I did, it wouldn't have worked out anyway, because none of the girls here in my hometown are really that worth it. And the ones that are already taken. So, I'm shit out of luck, is what I'm trying to say here. And so, I pretty much told her all that. And she apologized, and she told me her name, and I talk to her occasionally on Facebook. We're Facebook friends now. And she went through, and she graduated a year before I did. She went to Arizona State, I think, and did Skillsusa all the way through her time at college. And she is a sports medicine tech, I think? I don't know. I don't remember. I'll have to ask her, actually. Her name's Amanda, by the way, and she's actually really cool. But, yeah. So, Skillsusa, it looks impressive on a resume. If you're at a school district that allows you to do Skillsusa and you've got nothing else to do in your downtime, I would highly suggest joining Skillsusa, because it's got a wide variety of things you can be involved in. From what I was in was Parliamentary Procedure, and it's pretty much just the basic conduction of meetings. So, yeah, you just conduct meetings properly and get judged for it. But it's kind of fun. Not the actual act of Parliamentary Procedure, but the people you are in it with. They're some of the funniest people I know were in Skillsusa. But there's also stuff like building trades was in it, I believe. We had ag stuff was in it, ag sciences and stuff like that. There was automotives. Yeah, automotives was in it, and a bunch of other stuff. Computer stuff was in there, which is what I originally joined for. I originally joined for computer service and repair, and I went to districts for that, got 5th at districts in that, so I wasn't able to go to state for that. But then my advisor convinced me to join the Parliamentary Procedure team because he knew how smart I was. And so I joined that after districts. I joined Parliamentary Procedure, and we ended up going to state, getting 1st at state, my first year being involved. In fact, we were all first years that time because there hadn't been a Parliamentary Procedure at our Skillsusa for years. And we got 1st at state, went on to nationals, got 7th in nationals, out of 23 Parliamentary Procedure teams. And I believe there was 12 Parliamentary Procedure teams at state. So, yeah, we did pretty good for our first year. And then our second year that I was involved, which I believe after I graduated, Parliamentary Procedures kind of fell out the window because no one else wanted to be in it anymore. Now that I was gone, I was kind of the glue that held it together because I was the one that kept them all from fighting because they were all younger than me, and none of them wanted to get along. And, they were awesome people individually, but when you put them all in the same room, they hated each other. I don't know why, because they wouldn't tell me. But my second year, we went to state, and there was about 8 teams that year, and we got 1st. And we went to nationals, and there was about 30 teams, and we didn't make it into the finals. I believe we were cut by one team, and that was because some of our test scores weren't the greatest. And in my first year going, I had blamed myself for us getting seventh because my test score was the worst on the whole team, and I was shy of meeting the other scores by 3 points. And so I blamed myself. And then the second year, there was nothing I could do. I had the highest test score, and our meeting was on point, but we just got dragged down because two of our members had horrible tests. I'm talking atrocious, and I was like, fuck. But I've rattled on about Skillsusa long enough. I want to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, or you want to see others like it, and some that have nothing to do with anything in this video, you can go down to my channel, find them all there, Night Niece lists all put away, tucked away, nice and neat, and focusedly clean, or as schizophrenic as I can possibly be. But I want to thank you all for watching. Stay cool, stay in school, and stay away from them drugs. I'll see you later. That hippie is out. Peace! Tour of the room! Lion.